This day 1302 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. This week's Arukh HaShulchan Yomi is being sponsored by John Abraham for his schus for Banei Chayim Zoyne. And today we are doing Yerodea, Simon Kuf Tzai Ches, test 2 Yud Zayin. Test, Chosmer Ben Ramah, L'chatchil Loti Ba'afil B'dvarim Sheim Chaytzitzim. L'chatchil Shin Toivel Im with something which is not Chaytzitzim, because Zera Atu B'dvarim Chaytzitzim. Because unless you come to be told about things are chaytzitz, I can show you. This is a significant. I'm not sure. Trying to come a stupendous chumrah. Sheilaj is saying Reish Berg Shabbos. Oti by much Torah payment. You learned in the Mishnah in Shabbos that you can't have on clothing unless you loosen it. But once you listen in Shabbos, because you're at pain, but you lose the Mutaz Chadchil, but she's allowed Chadchil to table in her clothes. You shall show for his yoiser. I show you show his marks with it. I should never say Piachroim Achmil Chadchil. It's a same day. Okay, the don't say Piachroim. The Achmir, since they issued their directive, the Achmir Chadchil generally bombarded the Zerak Shein Bezet Lo Tzarch with that. It's really only when there's no necessity for this. Moshim v'tabos, such as bracelets and rings, even though they're not chaytzitz. Talzei v'yir v'shari dura. At this, they brought down from the shari dura taka sheishim zobem refuim atu ein refuim. Even they're loose, they take them off because the jar loose. Why can't you take them off when she toils? And usually, it shows some necessity, such as for healing purposes, etc. Should do deliberately. It's because of the Adarabba. I'm sorry. So that I wrote because Shiva name is Shiva Sion. Contrary, it's therefore it's worse. Because you might tighten them. Vanita Madvar was stuck. Astounded at words like this. The Zeli Mayadina Gemara. Okay, if it was the Din Gemara Mela. We should make more exam. But the Medina, the Gemara Mutzah Gami, but in this case, where according to the Din Gemara, it's Mutzah completely for Achronim, because it was just some Achronim made this there. You can tell he's not too enthusiastic about this. You do a shame b'cholteinu, and we don't really have the power. Nevertheless, since it came out of the mouth of the Ramah, so if I in place there's no tzarch to be making. The ikar chumra yaburak with davish ein lo tzarch. Was that the main chumra was something where she had no necessity to have it on her. Moshim v'tabos like bracelets and rings. It says it seems the case in Shulchan Sif Mem. But Yud Harambam Zal Bepeklis as well as Mechlukim Magaim Leon Seir Harosh. Look, it's about hair of the head. I'm going to say the Seir Nachshav Atzal Guf Latzma, as we saw previously. They're going to hold that the hair and the body are regarded distinctly. Therefore, if there's a obstruction on most of the hair, even though the person is not bothered by it, it's a chatzitza d'Rabbanan. Even though if we join the area of the hair which is obstructed to the rest of the body, it's not going to be a majority of the body. We don't say this. If it bothers the person, then it's a chatzitza d'oraisa. Ram holds that the hair is inseparable from the body. We never look at the hair independently. They said if it's a majority and it bothers the person, it's a chatzitza d'oraisa. Rabban actually makmin is the Rabban bothers them. It's a chatzitza even if they don't bother them. Zel b'koilo harosh maguf. That's inclusive of head and body. But with Zel Rama Mekel, in this case the Rama is Mekel. Going to machmir, going to machmir. There's the other side as well. Let's say if less than half of the body yesh chatzitza shein makpil, there's an obstruction which doesn't bother the person. Seir, and even though, and this extends to more than half of the hair, there's such an obstruction. And if we join together the body and the hair, there's going to be majority in the altogether area. The Rama, the Chatzitza, going Rama, the Chatzitza Gamaguf. It's a Chatzitza also in the body. Going to mark by Rosh the Chatzitza, going to a Chatzitza in the head. Don't know what good that does you as long as it's Chatzitza. They got the Makili in the Raisa, and so too similarly if it bothers the person in terms of the Raisa. David was is agreeing with the Goyim. That seems to be Rashi. And the general principles of chatzitza obstructions are two things. Even though it's absolute obstruction, and water does not extend onto the skin, which is in the place where the obstruction is in effect. In other words, it's not obstruction, it's on the minority body, or the minority of the head. It's not considered, not doesn't bother. The other things that even he is bothered. Nonetheless, in the thing which is the obstruction, it's not clinging to the skin or to this hair. So that the water can't get on the thing which is the chatzitza, the obstruction on the skin or on the hair. No chatzitza involved. How is the chatzitza relevant? This water can get into them, and the water is connected to the hair or the skin or the hair in a place, even where the place of obstruction is taking place. These are things which people normally are concerned about. And also they cling. The water does get underneath them and they are an obstruction. Strings of wool, strings of linen. Shorts which you use in order to wrap your hair. I forget what those are called. I have a daughter and granddaughters. I don't remember what they're called. Oh well, like rubber band type things. Became with belts, which used in order to wrap the hair in the head. They're very tight. She shouldn't play with them until she moves them. I should wrap or loosen their knot. In order the water gets underneath. And even that's only b'diavad because it's not a received test. Maybe they're not by this when they're toiveling. Having mutas this minority which are not makbid, not bother. Since at the time that they do their shampoo, or or wash themselves in hot water, they definitely take off these things. So the shampoo should penetrate that area as well. But to rinse that area. So therefore, automatically it's going to be an obstruction in tefillah once I receive ches. That which works to loosen it. I say that's only when they are tied onto the hair. I mean, clearly if they're braided into the hair, loosening doesn't help. The no matter how much you loosen them, the water is not going to get in underneath them. Not specifically in the head. Two things you have these bands which are wrapped around other places in the body. She can't tie with them until she loosens them. Except they're around the neck. They're not a chatzitza. People are afraid to strangle themselves, so she's not going to tighten it a lot against on her neck. Shani Shachonega says that's why one doesn't strangle herself. Body movement, so it must be limp, weak. But even the neck, she uses like a thick leather strip, like a choker. It's a jewelry for a woman puts around the neck. That's an interruption. The chozek, she tightens it strongly. They should cause basar to improve her figure. The reason why it doesn't choke her actually is because the belt is smooth and thick, And he goes, so that's why it doesn't damage her. But still, since she's interested in that being there, it is chatzitza. You got Kosovo to the two rights. That what you said, that strings of wool or linen are chatzitza. Davka kshem maasei gedil. As only if they are what's the word when you make a lanyard? Right, braided. The same way we're talking that they are tightly wrapped together. If they're woven like a fabric sheet, they are loose. They are not obstruction. Actually, you lose hovim, as long as they're gilded, nor dirty. I've also asked woven fabric. Actually only allowed nets. If he says if you pass the chumrah, that's arriving. But he says pass the chumrah, that's shana. If these strings are hollow, assume masaresh is like a nets. Is the shayla a question already? But Arukh Chaim, Reisim and Shin Gimel, pass about smoke, they're Rishona. Very paskin like the first opinion. But Shabbos, lo teitzei ishalo b'chulei tzaro b'chulei. Moon shako out with strings of wool, etc. If it's woven, it's okay. Because you won't have to remove them when she goes to the mikvah. So we see that he said that even woven stuff you don't have to remove when you go to the mikvah. The Ravid also can't assume isolation. According to the Ravid's not going to work because they have to only permit if they are network. So you have to say that by Shabbos, since it's possible to wear them b'shas tefillah, so therefore it's okay. But by tefillah, you should avoid wearing them b'shas tefillah. And be concerned with the writer's approach. Even though it's Rabbanan, meaning the Torah, because the right says there's muto she'en chotzitz. You come back to that feeling, nevertheless, and came to the actual immersion, he's machmir. Shabbos is the place where they make chashash tefillah. Shabbos, where the issue is that it might become an issue. He wasn't so machir having king zero. It's like a decree on top of another decree. Tesla, but just because of eventually moves having that they shouldn't be gilded, it shouldn't be dirty. Can't like Rabbi Ramah, but see if Gimel. Pascal is the same thing. Bracket says need fast to see dal butos atfus. Okay, it's in to see dal, which is a mistake. So this is what the Ramah writes. They're gilded, they're chaytzis. The makbera slim, so the time frame that she's concerned they shouldn't get dirty. And even if they were dirty to begin with, makbera slim, so she doesn't want that to get into water. So if it's chatzitza, even though in fact they are loose, and there shouldn't be a chatzitza. Normally she takes them off when she travels. They looked at that vein, so shouldn't make them dirty. He looked at that. No, that shouldn't make them dirty. She looked at the tape. The kind of knife man. She should get for them. It's also like a chatzitza. Because of the chamer gdolim, since your Torah writes Shadina zeh holy learner bevucha rabah. So this gave us great confusion. Very gemara mefresh seeds. So gemara neither she'en la begadim maremes tolos v'gadeh. Nita doesn't have clothing to wear when she goes on mikvah. She does a ruse and she travels in her clothes. Obviously, everybody takes off their clothing when they are washing. It became it's af at imatoy and makbi. So why is it chatzitza even at the moment? She's not makbi. In truth, there is no comparison. The Gemara Shama Perish, there means the Adram, the contrary, that the Vasa that's good for her to tie on her clothing. The Tara Begadim, so the Begadim should become Tar. And she doesn't have other Begadim to her, which are Torah, Achlibi, made her also to switch when she's Tahara, which compares Rashi Sham, which because the Ram Pegad Amiyam to Vain Sham. Zelisham, my remes, hi, so what does it mean, my remes? She uses a ruse. This is the ruse. The after beyond the outside people regarding to even though you have to now take tummy garments in the mikvah. The next thing exactly it looks like you're fixing them. You come nevertheless. Because shame when a person's wearing them, mutter is permitted. How can it say in such case she's bothered by it? Adrabba, Kavana Ratzonos, okay, she's liberally doing this to be matar her garments. V'im Yishum came there was not Acher Makpedes. Maybe you'll say, well, she'd be Makped another time, which does need the Torah clothing. Ben to have a chatzitza, so I married chatzitza kam b'shas tefillah. They don't mean like chatzitza gemura. You don't say this with the absolute chatzitza. V'lo b'davar shuma ein chatzitza. That was something which is like a chatzitza. For the zelah mean like davar degam atah rak ein makpedes. Avayla tova b'kach. This also says it's only by something which now she's not concerned by, but it's also not beneficial to her. Avkan lo yesh tova b'kach. But here she has a benefit. Shem deres b'gadel. And because she is making her garments tar, and there's no one who would refrain from wearing the clothing in such a matter. So it's certainly not makpid. She's not bothered by the clothing. She wants the clothing on. Maybe you'll say that from what's not difficult. In this way. And in our day, there's no tumatara. Going to doesn't need Torah garments. It's not difficult. I've got the equals my name even though we're not marking on clothing being Torah. Nevertheless, women today try to wear pure and clean clothing even during the days which they are kim shem kim. Kosh can be kosh made to us, especially when she's tahara. But the answer maybe says the Levi is then Musabas with Rabbos. The Rabbi says not bring this gilded and dirty halacha. The guy Maram Levidians every time she's born, Ram also bring down for a reason which we shall see. To a number contains Sarishon. And that's what we're going to say, like the first answer, that it's a benefit here to table in the clothes. I think that's it for today.